Jake here from SHW Offroad, and today I'm going to show you just how easy it is to assemble a Jeep Gladiator JT seat delete. Let's get started. I like to begin with the drawer when assembling the seat delete for the Jeep Gladiator. Let's lay out our pieces. You should have a drawer bottom, a drawer back, two drawer sides, and a drawer front. Let's start by inserting the cross dowels into the keyholes. Once you have all the cross dowels installed, find all of your black machine screws that were in the package with all the rest of the hardware. Let's attach one of the sides. It's really important not to over torque when you're installing these machine screws. Keep an eye on the cross dowels and their position in the keyholes. If you notice that they start to pull out of the keyholes, you're tightening them too much. The screws only need to be just past hand tight. Make sure everything's lined up, and let's move on to the next side. I like to make sure that the side that is supposed to be flush ends up nice and even with the drawer bottom. Once you have the sides on, move on to the back. All right, we have the drawer back on. Let's move on to the front. All right, our drawer's assembled. Let's set it aside and get on to the seat delete. Before assembling the seat delete, make sure you find your drawer support and your front, and go ahead and install the drawer slides if they're not already installed for you. The holes should be pre-drilled, and you'll just use some 832 screws and install them. Once you have your drawer slides installed, let's go ahead and lay out all the rest of our pieces. You should end up with a front panel, a drawer support, a driver's side panel, and a center panel. Let's go ahead and set the drawer support aside and start with the center and the front piece. Again, we'll want to load in some cross dowels. Once you have all the cross dowels in place, let's go ahead and find our black hardware and start assembling the base. Again, we're going to start with our front panel and our center panel. Remember not to over torque any of the fasteners. I actually like to keep the base a little bit loose until the end. We've got our center piece and our front piece attached to each other. Let's go ahead and add the driver's side panel. We've got the outer delete base attached. Let's go ahead and add our drawer support. All right, the base is together. Let's go around and start tightening things up. And as we go along, we'll want to line up all our corners, make sure everything's nice and flush. All right, the base is together. Let's throw on the top. Again, we'll want to start all our bolts and then torque them down once everything's started. All right, we've got the top on. Let's go ahead around and torque them down. Remember, don't over torque. Now that we have the seat delete together, we're ready to go ahead and install the drawer into the seat delete. There's a couple different approaches you can take. I'm going to show you my favorite way. First, let's separate the drawer slides. And we only want to separate one at a time. Once we have our drawer slide, set the seat delete aside. Grab your drawer and attach the slide to the appropriate side of the drawer using the included 832 machine screws. Once you have the slides attached to the side of the drawer, you're ready to go ahead and repair the drawer slides together. Just make sure that you engage the slide into the channel and into the bearing packs of the drawers, and go slowly. Don't force anything. When you first close the drawer, it might have a little bit of resistance, but push lightly through it, and once you get all the way in and cycle it, it should be nice and smooth for you. One thing we'll want to check is to make sure the drawer face is square in the cutout. This one looks pretty good. It looks like it can be adjusted just a little bit though, so I'm going to go ahead and loosen up this face. I'm not going to remove the screws, just loosen them. Grab the face and just shift it in the direction you need it to go. Pretty happy with that. Once you're happy with the alignment, hold it into place. Retorque your screws. Remember, don't over torque. Just a little bit snug. And you're ready to finalize the seat delete by installing the compression latch. You're now ready to install the seat delete in your vehicle. Before doing so, you might find it easier to go ahead and remove the drawers. It makes it a little bit easier to carry and to manage. To build the 60% seat delete, it's the same steps as the 40% seat delete, just on a slightly larger scale. If you have any questions, reach out. Otherwise, enjoy your new seat delete.